Hello, everybody, and welcome to another great episode of the Gridiron Glory here with Will and Tad. We're here to bring you great coverage of all 32 teams today, including another great matchup that took place here in um, week one of the 2025 NFL season between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. This is a well-known rivalry in the NFC West. These two teams, they go back with a lot of intense history and everything. But in the modern days, the story plays very much of a different role. Brock Purdy coming into Seattle. He is unfortunately dealing with a day-to-day injury right now, and just real quick, I do want to touch, before we really get into it, George Kittle, unfortunately, will be out, is on the injured reserve for at least 4 weeks. Um, Tad, that's a really big loss for this football team, losing George Kittle, the tight end out of Iowa.
Yeah, definitely gonna be tough. Gotta have some next man up mentality. Of course we'll touch on Jake and Luke as we go forward, but we'll see how they move forward.
So Brock Purdy, 26 of 35, 277 yards, two touchdowns, two interceptions. He did get sacked only one time. So, the offensive line, to me, certainly interesting, the offensive line. You wanted to see probably your left tackle, Trent Williams, though I know that he is coming back off of injury and everything. So obviously Trent Williams, and I mean he is more of an age left tackle. He's not getting any younger. We know that, but only had a pass blocking grade of 50.1, but the right tackle Colton McKivitz 80 on PFF. So very interesting there to see the right tackle stepping up. But yeah, still though, Brock Purdy, there were some times with this offensive line at moments where he was getting blitzed very intensely and was unfortunately forced into some bad throws. So yeah, if I'm my offensive line coach for the San Francisco 49ers team, I'm really getting in these guys deep in the offensive line room. So but anyways, to the running back room. We're looking at Christian McCaffrey, the face of the running back room, the face of the offense, the face of the team, really. Christian McCaffrey, 22 carries for 69 yards. No touchdowns, but, with Christian McCaffrey, he's certainly a very gritty, powerful running back.
Yeah, I mean, arguably the best dual threat running back in the game. He also had 9 catches for 73 yards. I mean, to me, I see this as one of the premier players in the NFL. You could certainly make a case that he's even top 10 overall as a player. I'm certainly a top three running back, I'd say, without much question, in
I
my
mean,
opinion.
Christian McCaffrey just not even Ted. It's not even his rushing ability. I mean, he literally, hey, while I'm over here carrying the ball, hey, wide receivers in the wide receiver room, let me give you a hand, okay? 9 catches, 73 yards. Just Christian McCaffrey's not only his ability to get gritty, powerful runs, even when what I like about Christian McCaffrey, Tad, is the front seven could be coming in really heavy on the defense. Christian McCaffrey does not care. He is going to power through that. He doesn't care how many men he has to take on at once. He is just gonna just bust right through. He's very strong. I mean, he's just such a powerful running back, Tad. A running back that can take contact. I mean, we see a guy like Saquon who's more of a finesse back, but Christian to me is a power running back when he runs, but he's also a back that can get involved in the passing game. Just his abilities to make some open catches in open space, and then okay, I'm gonna cook that safety, I'm gonna cook that CV, I'm gonna cook that linebacker in open space. Christian McCaffrey can just do that time and time again.
Yeah, definitely a very interesting take there. I mean, he is a bit of a power back at a time, but yeah, definitely, like I said, a premier player in the league. I mean, just a great weapon for this team to have. And they have some other weapons too, of course. I mean, obviously, it stinks losing George Kittle, who was having a fairly solid game before the injury, 25 yards and a touchdown. But I mean, that's like you said, next man up. And I mean, you bring Jake Tonjes into the game, and he obviously has that big moment at the end where he catches the touchdown from Brock Purdy. So that's just a great way to feed into the next man up mentality. You got to have everyone ready to make a play when you're called upon.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, so George Kittle, I mean, he did get that touchdown. Talking about the receiving core, I mean, yeah, George Kittle did get that touchdown, and then Jake Tongas as well. I really was impressed by the Jake Tongas touchdown, and that really just gave San Francisco a good swing of momentum there. That Jake Tongas touchdown.
Definitely. I mean, that was arguably the biggest play of the game. I do want to ask you sincerely, Ricky Pearsall had a very strong game, 4 catches, 108 yards. Where would you rank Ricky amongst wide receivers in the NFL?
You know, Ricky Pearsall wasn't ranked super high last season. I mean, he was coming off of getting shot in the chest and then came in late in the season, started playing there. But here's the deal now. This San Francisco wide receiver room is in a very weird situation, and Ricky Pearsall has immediately stepped up as a leader. 4 catches, 108 yards. So I immediately, after week one, after seeing all 32 teams play with my very own eyes, I would rank Ricky Pearsall a top half wide receiver in the league. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And also, it's interesting to see San Francisco get Kyle Juszczyk involved in the passing game as well. 2 catches for 32 yards. And also, interestingly enough, he had a tackle that must have been off of one of the 2 interceptions Brock Purdy threw. But very interesting to see Kyle Juszczyk getting involved in the game there.
Yeah, Kyle Juszczyk. I mean, I gave an exclusive fullback report in the preseason on Kyle Juszczyk, so be sure to check that video out. But yeah, Kyle Juszczyk. Yeah, the 2 catches for 32 yards. I mean, this again. How nice of the running back room to give the wide receiver room a hand here.
Yeah.
Because the wide receiver room, I mean, they're short. Let me put it to you this way: the wide receiver room is a little short staffed and banged up. So how nice of the running backs to give the wide receiver room a hand.
Yep. Yeah,
Um,
definitely a lot of injuries for the receivers. I mean, wide receivers and the tight end room, a lot of injuries going on there. So
yeah,
great.
unfortunately, yep. Yeah, in the tight end room, yep. So, um, but yeah, shifting gears to the San Francisco defense. I mean, yeah, they definitely stepped up. They made some big plays. This what San Francisco not only did a great job. San Francisco dominated. Let me make this clear. A big reason why San Francisco won this football game is because they were smart. They played a lot of smart, sound team football. Even late in this game, being tied 10-10, they didn't panic. They were taking their time. And they dominated the time of possession. That's just super worth noting. So they definitely played some smart, sound football in this game, Tad. But yeah, talking about the defense, Fred Warner coming off the big contract, 8 solo tackles, or I'm sorry, 8 total tackles, 4 solos. D Winters, 2 tackles for a loss. Nick Bosa, 3 tackles for a loss. So some really big plays that were being made by the San Francisco defense. And I honestly expected a little bit more from Upton Stout, the rookie. One total tackle there and only one solo, but I certainly expect Upton Stout to um, keep on growing and developing for sure.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely a rough start for Upton Stout. The third round draft pick from Western Kentucky. I would agree that I expected more, but we'll see if he grows.
yeah, absolutely. So yeah, and then looking at Seattle, I mean Sam Darnold, 16 of 23, 150 yards. Sam Darnold, even late in the game when it was tied 10-10, I mean, um, did what he needed to do to lead the Seattle offense down there to get the go ahead field goal. I mean, it's not super flashy on the stat chart and everything, but Sam Darnold, with his veteran presence and leadership, I mean, again, late in that game, late in that situation, did what he needed to do to, give San Francisco the go ahead field goal. And then the other quarterback on the other side played some pretty clutch football. Some people on this very podcast even may or may not agree, but yeah. Zach Charbonnet, of course, 12 carries, 47 yards, and a touchdown. Tad, where do you rank Zach Charbonnet? And do you rank him above or below Kenneth Walker? And the running back room right now, I mean, you kind of got those two, Charbonnet and Walker. And I might have expected a few more yards and maybe a touchdown out of Kenneth Walker this game.
Yeah, I was very surprised um by just how even it was in the carries. I mean, I expected Walker to be more of a featured running back. And I mean, I'm kind of reevaluating how I think that'll go going forward. I think Kenneth Walker is still going to be the guy. He's going to continue to move forward, but definitely interesting there. I had Walker ranked well ahead of Charbonnet going into the season. I had Walker as RB7 and Charbonnet RB23.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, these two running backs. I mean, they're going to keep getting their carries and everything. And I mean, I certainly expect AJ Barner even. I mean, you notice AJ Barner even got a carry, so perhaps he gets kind of involved, and he did have a catch as well. So, but specifically, Tad Jackson Smith, the Jigba. I mean, look, I mean, Sam Darnold's flash stat chart wasn't super flashy, but yeah, Jackson Smith and Jigba, 9 catches, 124 yards, doing everything he needed to do to help out Sam Darnold for sure. And I mean, even when Tad the Seattle Seahawks were down, they still had a fighting chance. And Sam Darnold hits Jackson Smith in the Jigba with just over a minute left down the sideline. What was your thoughts on that play, Tad? And like what was your thoughts going through your mind when Jackson Smith and the Jigba made that huge catch? I mean, we know that the San Francisco defense did what they needed to do to close out the game. Kudos to them. But what was your just thought on that moment, that catch by Jackson Smith and Jigba on the sideline?
I mean, he's a premier receiver, one of the better receivers from his class for sure. I mean, he's earned the right to be a wide receiver one in the league. And I mean, he's just playing at a very high level. My big question for the Seattle receiving room is, can anybody else step up? I mean, Cooper Kupp had a fairly quiet game in his debut here in Seattle, 2 catches, just 15 yards. And I mean, it was just a very quiet game. I don't think he saw the field quite as much as he expected.
I
So
mean,
very interesting there.
I mean, the thing about these NFL football games is, you'll have playmakers making plays left and right, left and right, left and right. But then a game will get capped off. Like literally, a game can come down to one play getting capped off by one big playmaker. And in that case, it was Mr. Nick Bosa. And I mean, like I said, Sam Darnold, the seasoned veteran, makes the big play to the All-Star Jackson Smith to Jigba on that sideline. And then one play later, Nick Bosa humbles all of that. So just that's the NFL for you. But it was a very gritty game of football between these two NFC West rivals.
Very gritty game there. You definitely love to see Nick Bosa making the play there. He certainly had a big impact in the result. And I mean, without him, I mean, you never know how things could have ended up. But I mean, you just love to see that play on defense.
We haven't to touch real quick on the Seattle defense
Yeah.
throughout this game. I mean, like I said, they did everything they needed to do to keep
Hmm.
Seattle in it. Yeah, Julian Love, 10 total tackles, 8 solos, a sack and a tackle for loss. So a big shout out to Julian Love. He had a tremendous performance. Kobe Bryant, of course, doing what he does. Devin Witherspoon, Ernest Jones. Honestly, Todd, I kind of wanted to see more out of Ernest Jones, though he did have to tackle for loss and 2 pass deflections there.
And the
So
pick.
he still is a big playmaker. There's nothing really else that stood out too massively on to me on this defense, other than just
Josh Job was good, I thought. I thought Josh Job had a nice game, the big
like
interception. He
even
also
on
had
the
a couple
Jake Tongas
deflections.
touchdown, even on the Jake Tongas touchdown, I mean the defense that coverage was really good, and I mean again
Yeah.
because of tremendous quarterback play, um, this game got won by San Francisco because of the quarterback. So,
Mm.
well, I mean, and Nick Bosa, like I said, Brock Purdy on the offensive side leading that drive, and then I mean Nick Bosa to just cap it off. So, yeah, this was just a good game of football to watch for sure. Um, as far as the Seattle Seahawks go, I'm sorry, were you giving a take just before that? I do apologize.
Um, yeah, I mean, like you said, just a very gritty defensive game. What you expect out of a division rivalry game. And one thing, um, interesting to note there, for San Francisco, the kicking situation. Jake Moody, 1 for 3. He did come back and make a clutch field goal late in the game, but unfortunately for him, after that performance, he was waived by San Francisco, so they will be considering other options in the kicking room moving forward. Nothing
Very
official yet.
interesting. That'll be very interesting to see how San Francisco's kicking situation does go for sure. So yeah, as far as next games for these two clubs, uh, yeah, San Francisco they go on the road to play the New Orleans Saints. That should be an exciting matchup, to be honest with you. Spencer Rattler and Brock Purdy. Well, if Brock Purdy plays, listed as questionable right now. And then Seattle, you go on the road. Sam Darnold versus Aaron Rodgers. So that'll be an interesting noon slot game there. So, yep. Did you have any other final thoughts or takes on Niners Seahawks? Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow our channel, The Gridiron Glory with Will and Ted. 2 guys covering all 32 teams. It's as simple as that. We're just 2 guys that cover all 32 teams. So check us out. Like, subscribe our channel on YouTube, and we hope you love NFL football as much as we do. Thanks for watching.